So if you're looking to hire commission salespeople, my guess is that you're trying to kind of remove the financial liability and risk around hiring somebody that may or may not produce. And so hiring commission only salespeople can work very well. We work with companies that have 1 or 2 sales reps that are on base plus salary or on commission only, all the way up to 50 sales reps, 200, 300 plus sales rep commission only teams. And so the commission only salesperson is out there, and they're a bit more like an entrepreneur than they are an employee. And so I want to walk you through the 7 things that you're going to need to hire a commission only salespeople, because they're different. They're different than regular salespeople. So to hire commission only salespeople, you're dealing with basically a business owner that doesn't want to run a business, but they have the same type of thinking that an entrepreneur would have, meaning they see opportunity, they're willing to take risks, they know that they're only going to make money if they put in the work. And so it's very important that you have the right opportunity for that person. Otherwise, you're going to attract very low quality commission only sales reps that are maybe kind of doing this on the side and they have a full-time job somewhere else. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to walk you through it. But before we do that, make sure to subscribe and click that bell. I'm here to help you do 2 things. I'm here to help you sell more, get more customers, and scale your business more. So to sell more and scale more, and we're dropping videos on a regular basis. I don't want you missing out when we drop those. So let's jump in. There's 7 things you need to do to attract great sales reps, and make sure to stay to the end, because I will give you a bonus training on top of the 7 that's going to be critical for your commission only sales team to be successful. So number 1 on the list is you have to have a very, very attractive job offer. Like, you have to sell this opportunity like crazy. And if you've seen any of my other videos on hiring sales reps, this is the foundation of everything. Like, the opportunity that you're selling, especially commission only salespeople, who you have to think of them like miniature entrepreneurs that are willing to take the risk, they're willing to only what they catch type thing. That's a business owner. It's the closest thing you're gonna find to a business owner in the kind of employee world. So you have to have an opportunity that is just like so big and massive that they can see all of their desires fitting within the opportunity. And it has to be real. Like, they have to believe that they can actually achieve it. If it's too crazy and big and grandiose, even the best of the best might go, that's BS, because there's a lot of scams out there as well. The next thing is you do have to make sure that the upside to being commission only, like meaning their payback, is worth it. It's significantly more than a base plus salary would be. So their earning potential actually has to be greater than a salary person would be, because they're taking the risks. They're the one putting in the work. If they don't close, they don't eat, they don't make money. So you do have to make the upside so big that it's a no-brainer for them. Number 3 is that you want to make sure that at least some of your products have a short sales cycle so that they can start making money quickly, especially like if they're doing maybe this and something else and you want them to move over full time. You want to make sure that they can start making money quickly so they can put their full-time attention on working and selling for your business. So make sure that your sales cycle is short as can be. If nothing else, make sure you have some products, some way, like for instance, if it's a recurring product, like a marketing product, you can do 2 things. You can say, hey, we give a high commission on the very first month to incentivize new deals, and we give a low commission on the recurring month after month, so that they can see like, hey, I can make new money now by bringing in business, but I can build up my recurring by having quality clients that I bring in that actually stick around. And number 4, their earning potential must be unlimited. Why would you ever cap a commission salesperson? Hey, you've already made us too much money. We're not gonna give you any money to make any more. They're gonna stop selling. So make sure that there's no cap. Make sure that their earning potential is unlimited. Look, if they're making $1 million a year and you're making $10 million a year, why would you complain about that? So make sure that their earning potential is 100% unlimited. So before we jump into these last 3, I want you to kind of step back and think about this, because remember, we're talking about commission only sales reps. They're like entrepreneurs. They're basically entrepreneurs. So if you were a commission only sales rep and you were looking for a great opportunity and you came across your opportunity, your product, your job description, your like the training that you offer, the support that you offer your sales reps, the flexibility you offer commission. If you were to look at all of this opportunity as a high level commission only sales rep, would you be attracted to it? And Be honest with this. Be 100%, yeah, of course I would. Remove yourself from the business for a second and say, would I be attracted to it? Because if you can answer that honestly, and the answer is no, that means there's an opportunity for you to make that answer be a yes. And if you get that answer to be a real yes, not just a you yes, but a real like, it's not attracting me. So let me tweak that. And now you get it to a, dude, if I saw this opportunity, I would jump on it. That's gonna attract great sales reps. So let's jump back in here. Number 5, they're commission only. Let them work from home. Let them work remote. Give them flexible. If you have a local office, let them come into the office when they want. Let them do these things. Now you can have them be on, like, let's say you have certain meetings that you want everybody to be a part. You want to have them be a part of those, of course, 100%. You don't want to mess up your culture just to bring a commission only sales rep on. But give them as much flexibility as possible. Remember, they're entrepreneurs basically. Entrepreneurs love the flexibility of their time freedom, and they're willing to put in the extra work. They're willing to take the risk, but they want the money, the money upside, and they want the freedom upside. So make sure you're giving them that kind of, I don't know if I'm using the word right, but anonymity, where they have the flexibility to do things. As long as they're producing and they're commission only, give them that flexibility. Number 6 is make sure that you have a good training program in place that they're gonna get value from, that they're gonna be able to level up with, that they're going to improve their skills, so that they're not just seeing this as like just a way to make more money, but they're saying like, hey, I can become a better and better salesperson here because they have great training, they have great support, they have great coaching. I'm gonna be around other great sales reps. You want them to see this environment as a place where they're gonna level up their sales game and become more valuable as a sales professional. Last but not least, my friends, please, please, please listen to this one. Number 7 is make sure that their values and your values are aligned. Just because somebody's a great closer doesn't mean this is gonna work out long term. You see, if you have alignment, when there's ups and downs and lefts and rights, you're gonna be sticking together. But if there's only alignment in a few areas, right, and you kind of just have agreements in the other areas, when things get rocky, that relationship's gonna be real easy to fall apart. So make sure that culturally, they're aligned with the values. You know, if you have a value of integrity and really over delivering for the client, and you get a closer on that's not very honest, and he'll do whatever he can do to close the deal, and kind of, oh, who cares, man, you know, whatever. Let operations deal with it. And he's a great closer, or she's a great closer, and they're bringing clients in underneath BS expectations, and you're cycling through customers, that's gonna be a problem. So you wanna make sure that your values are aligned, not just for that reason, but for the fact that your whole company culture is very, very important. And you wanna make sure that your sales reps are people that get along with your team, because they're the ones bringing in new business, which is great for you, new revenue, new growth, and all that stuff. But a lot of times the operations team, if there's a tension there, and there's wrong like communication happening, your operations team can start to despise the sales team. They can start to despise new customers, and you create a whole toxic culture. So it's super important. Everybody on your team is in alignment with values, but especially your sales reps, because if your sales reps are out of alignment, you're gonna cause tension in the entire company. And if you stayed for that bonus training, I have that at the end. Before I give that to you, make sure to subscribe and click that bell if you got value from this. If you didn't get any value from this, don't worry about commenting, don't worry about liking, don't worry about any of that. But if you got value from this, for a free video, that's the only thing I ask that you do that. Now, if you look below me, there's a link that just popped up that you can click on. That's gonna give you a free guide how to make 1 penny from it. That's gonna help you get everything you need to scale up your sales appointments and to automate the warm-up process and ultimately close more deals. So make sure to click on that. Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and I'll talk to you soon.